Hello and welcome to February. As we move into this next month of our year-long theme Connect, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the work we did last month in January. There we were invited to connect with ourselves, to arrive, to slow down, to notice. And many of you have shared what came up for you. Thank you so much for doing so. What was also amazing was the number of animals I connected with on behalf of their humans in January, who were also helping them connect with their breath, find ways through the overwhelm, and help them, even in their grief, realize that their beloved animal friends are still there. So now in February, they are naturally inviting us a little deeper. This month, the animals are inviting us to connect to tenderness and grief. From the animal's perspective, grief isn't something to get over or move through as quickly as possible. Many of you already know this. It's clearly not a problem to solve. It is, however, a tender place that wants relationship. What they've shown me again and again is that grief often softens when it feels witnessed, when it knows it doesn't have to be fixed, rushed, or explained away. And I want to be inclusive about grief. Being an animal communicator, of course, we're talking a lot about pet loss grief. But the animals don't only focus on that as they work with us. They include the loss of a career. They include the loss of a way of life. They even can talk about the loss of a physical part of ourselves, which is why the animals didn't just say connect to grief. They said tenderness and grief. Tenderness is a doorway. It's the place where we notice what feels raw, what feels close to the surface, what we've been protecting ourselves from because it felt like way too much. Tenderness doesn't demand that we dive in. It simply asks us to stay. And I love that because, as you know, our animals are extraordinary teachers of this kind of connection. They don't ask us to talk about grief the right way. They don't even ask us to understand it. They stay close and offer pathways for collaboration with this, as well as for our inner or shadow work. In doing so, they remind us that grief doesn't need solutions. It's a portal for growth. February can naturally bring up that tenderness. It can bring up that this newness of the year. It's been settled, and the quiet awareness that we cultivated in January has now made room for feeling and space for further examination and work. It's beautifully supported by the conversations we're having this month, including the podcast episode that will drop the first Monday in February with Carrie Kenny, where we talk about staying tender in the midst of grief and life with the support of our animals. So in our practices this month, let's remember that connecting to tenderness and grief does not mean reliving everything or pushing yourself into emotion or even making meaning about it before you're ready. It can be much simpler than that. For example, this month's practice might look like noticing where emotional, mental, or even physical tenderness lives in your body. Then notice how your animal friend, even those in spirit, can show up for you. Can you even feel them moving closer to you, energetically, physically, or do they engage with you in some other way? Allowing yourself to say, this matters to me, don't try to change that. Just stay with it for a bit and stay with it with some curiosity. Even one small moment of presence and or exploration is enough. This invitation for February is designed to be gentle. When tenderness or grief shows up in your body, in your heart, in your relationship with your animal, see if you can stay connected to it just a little longer than you normally would. Even use your breath to do so. Notice how your animal responds when you do that, because they know exactly how to meet us there. And as we continue our year of Connect, remember this. You don't have to carry grief alone, and you don't have to be ready for it to be worthy of attention. And most importantly, please know that you cannot get this work wrong. The mere fact that you're curious, the mere fact that you begin, that's what matters. So welcome to February, and welcome to Connect to Tenderness and Grief. So as we walk with this together with the animals, there are a few events this month that I just want to tell you about. They may be supportive to you. So the first thing I want you to be aware of is on Tuesday, February 3rd, which is, yes, just a couple days away, I'm going to be on Zoom to connect with paid subscribers on Substack. The link can be found in this Substack post / email that you may get. And the link is behind the paywall. So scroll down. And if you see where it talks about having to be paid, that just means you're not a paid subscriber. Love to have you there. If you are a paid subscriber, that will be there and you'll see the link to just connect at noon Eastern on Tuesday, February 3rd. During that time, we're going to review what came up for us in January, as well as what's beginning to arrive for February. And of course, the animals will be present. So we'll see what all transpires. Then on the 21st of February, I am co-hosting the monthly Pet Loss Grief Circle with my friend Carrie Kenny, who will be on the podcast this week, as I mentioned. You can find registration details in the post / email below. Lastly, I'd like to invite you to take a survey for me that I'm hoping will help ensure it will help me to provide the support and help you need as you continue your work with your animal companions. We'll look for the links below, and please take the survey that describes your subscription level, whether it's paid, free, or a follower on Substack. When you do, you'll be entered to win one of 3 free 20-minute soul level animal communication sessions with me. Because I so value your input, I would just really, really appreciate if you could just spare a few minutes and share it with me, because I would just very much love to hear it. So look for the appropriate survey for your subscription level. Please take the survey. It won't take you, maybe 2 minutes, probably not even that, but I'd be really ever so grateful. All right, that's it for now. I cannot wait to hear from you on how your animal is helping you to connect to your tenderness and to your grief. Please take care, everyone, and I will see you soon.